So, we find our intrepid group of adventurers heading back to the scene of their greatest failure.
I was not involved in this failure, I would like to say.
Defeated by administration.
I was only tangentially involved in this failure.
Bureaucracy, this is why Brexit's happening.
Defeated by Brexit. It's a high CR monster right there. So, are you all going up together? Is it just our two intrepid investigators? Or...
I think it's just the investigators.
Okay.
I intend to be on a nearby rooftop trying to be out of sight, generally watching the building just in case.
Alright, could you roll a stealth check for me?
No.
They just think you're a cat. Just meow. Meow.
Yeah, that right there is what causes my stealth roll to be that.
Oh.
I'm just checking the passive perception of a basic guard. Alright, so as you guys
It's not like it's their job.
As you guys approach, what is the look of Earl and Harold? You've come from the markets. You've had a chance to buy like more investigatory clothing. What have you sort of made yourself look like, or did you just come as normal?
Well, I was thinking of going in with disguise self.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
So I'll make myself look like a ruggedly handsome human.
All right. I mean, you can just.
Oh, he looks like me. Oh.
You can just.
And then Tom's gonna look like a frail to half elf drow.
I've not disguised myself. I've gone to the market and had a nice shopping spree, and I've bought this great big like charcoal trench coat with quite a nice but practical suit underneath. I've got a bowler hat, pipe sticking out, bowler hat slightly a bit too low so you can't quite see my eyes. I'm just there going along. Bought a big pair of boots as well. I'm clomping along.
So while you're buying this outfit, you kind of have a look around. You're in the middle of like, yeah, this looks pretty good. You look around and you can see just a couple, like in the same store as you, also in there, trying on a new hat. You see Vincent Trench, the private investigator from your street. He looks over and like notices you and like gives you a small nod, like, all right, cool. Right. There you are, Erlen. You're now Vincent. So Erlen just transforms half into Vincent Trench. All right. So we see this grizzled human and less grizzled human make their way up. It's a shame I've lost all my music because I've lost my nice investigating.
Oh.
This fan burst is gone. You have to upload your own now, basically, don't you?
Try and get rhythm in the Discord or something like that. That looks quite nicely.
Yeah, I liked having my own like set playlists. But it's fine. I'll just find new music. Oh wait, Investigation by Kevin Lloyd. All right, we'll go with that. Not as good as the Time Splitters, but we'll do it now. All right, so you guys head forwards, and the guards look at you, and they don't like move to even stop you or ask you anything. They're just like they nod at you, like because this is a public building. You can head in if you want.
Nod back.
As you kind of nod back, they want to good day, and then sort of blinks, goes, "Hey, oi, you, on the roof. Yeah, we see. Down. Get up, bad cat. Down."
I leave, heading a different direction.
We can still see you.
No, I mean I'm gone fully.
Yeah, right. Like, bloody tabaxi.
They're everywhere these days, aren't they?
Pest. They carry the plague.
He looks nervously at the rooftops and like you see like brings out a little bottle from his tabard and like sprays some like clear liquid on his hands and rubs them together. Smells vaguely of cucumber.
Alright. Let's go.
Alright. Yeah, you guys can head in. Sorry, have I got dynamic lighting in the way? No, I do not. Good.
Is it? Just around here. Idiot. Oh, is this way?
No, sorry, 1 second, Harold. I've not got you over there because you weren't here last time. Yeah, that's the wrong spot. I will move you.
Okay.
We're not using the rear entrance yet.
I've got
We're starting at the front.
yeah. You gotta work up to that. It takes a little while.
Hey.
It's not like it's
Some social lubricant.
Oh, I've been copied.
not like it's your
I'm
birthday
so
or anything.
confused.
All right, there you go. You're over there. So you find yourself in this like very official, government-looking building. Across from you, you can see. Yeah, I mean, there's a desk before you. There's 2 guards in the back. There's a couple of other people, like hanging around, clearly waiting for either appointments or for like some paperwork to be filed. And a clerk sits behind the desk, going over some paperwork. Not really paying you much mind as you come in.
Leaning against the desk.
Lynx looks up at you. Like,
Wink at her.
hello, can I help you?
I'm just stood there with my arms crossed, looking very impatient.
She
We're
looks
hoping
back
to
at
interview a
you
prisoner.
with the lack of fucks given by a public servant.
I see that before.
We're hoping to interview a detainee.
Interview a detainee. That isn't normally something we allow. What is your business?
This is Snow. I'm Frost. And
Snow and Frost.
don't laugh. We get that all the fucking time. Anyway,
It's not funny, it's my name.
you see, you started him off now. We're doing some private work for Lady Greyhound, and we believe that one of your detainees may have some information on an item that has been stolen from her.
Have you made a lost property report with the guards? Or some form of criminal report?
We're hoping to avoid having to do that.
We're afraid if people get wind that this thing is missing, that other people might start looking for it.
I see. Who are you both? Are you adventurers?
Private detectives.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, we don't normally allow private anything in to talk to the prisoners without good reason.
Sidebar, did we forged a permit to go see a criminal, didn't we? Yeah.
We did, yes.
Yes. We'll see what she says first.
Yeah.
I can ask the magistrate. What exactly was stolen?
I'm afraid it's of rather personal type of item, though highly valuable to the Lady Greyhunt herself.
She scratches something down on a bit of paper.
She would like it returned post haste with as little murmuring as possible. I'm sure you could help manage that.
Scratches something down. Roll a persuasion check for me with advantage. One of you, because you're doing the talking.
Harold?
What?
Obviously, advantage.
Don't blame me.
Teaming up.
Don't blame me if it goes poorly. Am I?
She nods and reaches over and taps a sign next to her that reads, "Please have a seat. Someone will be with you shortly."
Very well, we're getting paid by the hour. I don't mind too much. Just take a pew.
She leans over. A
warm in
while
here.
later, somebody comes out of like a side room and she has a wee whispered conversation with them, and they head off back. And she sits there. And yeah, you're just kind of left in this room where the only sound is every now and then somebody going scratch a quill for a wee while. Like it's not going to be. No one runs out to greet you in great like excitement. What are the rest of you doing?
If I'm anywhere near Brian, I'm thinking I'm gonna be sort of like, they're taking too long. Do you think they've been captured?
I will take my leave to go to light my pipe, and I'll nod at them as I'm going, and I'll be like, "It's all okay," and I'll head back in.
All right, you go and light your pipe like a sucker with flint and steel, rather than having a cool, auto pipe. Right. So
if I get a cantrip, I'll take thaumaturgy so I can do it myself.
So what are the other three of you doing? Just sort of hanging around? Did you find a nice a nice pub just to have a pint in, or do you go off and do some work?
Hang around near enough.
I think, keep near the area.
Yeah, or like not on the street outside, but like maybe just kind of looking a bit down at it. So if there's any kind of commotion, you'd be aware.
Are you just like loitering on the street? Do you find a shop to hang around in? Do you find
if there's there's a shop or some open air cafe. We could
I don't know if
frequent.
there's an open air cafe, but there is like a pub.
Perfect. Yeah.
Go to a pub and ask if they have pastries.
Yeah.
Right, you do a jester. Yeah, you go in this pub. It's a little dingy, a little like quiet, and looking around, you can see several like gentlemen in like pieces of guard uniform. Like, they've all got the similar breastplates of the guard on and stuff. Trimmings. And when you go up and ask for pastry flukes, the bartender, who is an old man with a big white mustache, nods. He's like, "I got some donuts." And goes over and brings you a plate of jam donuts.
Oh! Okay, let's see if we can get a table near a window.
Yeah, there's no trouble getting a table near a window. It's autumn, so like they don't have seating outside, but you can look out for the window. They've got a proper like glass window. You probably have to give it a wee scrape because of all the tobacco on the inside. But you can look out and watch. The name of the pub is the Helm and Truncheon.
Helm and Truncheon.
Yeah. Inside.
We've hidden from the guard in a
Police bar.
cop bar.
We're in a police bar.
A little time goes by, and eventually, wandering out of the back, comes a gentleman in a helmet, with a truncheon at his side, and a big great sword across his back.
Oh my.
He is dressed, however, as like a member of the city guard. The city guard tend to be quite well equipped sometimes. And he looks around and notices you and goes, "Snow and frost."
That's us.
"Follow me, please. Magistrate will see you now." And takes off towards the back. Slowly, to avoid too much lag problems. Alright, you head through a small room with some clerks busy scraping away, taking notes and clearly doing their work, like looking over police reports. And he heads through a small corridor into an office. And he just goes and like takes up his spot against the wall. When you go inside, you see behind the desk is a human woman. She's quite petite, like she's very kind of skinny hands. She looks like she's in her 70s, so she's an older woman. And she's like looking over some papers, and you should come in, and she pulls herself out of her seat with a slight groan. It's like, welcome, come in, please, come in. I'm Magister Helster Barch. It's a pleasure to meet you. I understand you've been You're here working for the Growl Huns, and you're looking into some missing property for them.
That is correct.
I see. Yes, very good. Is it any particular missing property? It just says here personal items, / possibly panties or nudes. Yes, personal items is what it says.
Yeah, they're of a nature that the Lady Greyhound would not like that information to be made public, potentially, though I imagine you and your staff are very forthwith with such information. She's left express condition that this information is not left slip.
I see.
Quite.
And you are private investigators, yes?
That is correct.
Indeed.
Could one of you make a deception check for me? I don't think with advantage for this one.
That's actually Tides of Chaos.
Fucking hell.
Alright, just explain.
The unicorn
That's
flying
like this-
for us.
Let's set that right. Just a second.
18 or...
17, so 18.
18.
Alright, she
Good.
nods. It's like, do you have any documentation?
Oh, of course. This is what I
There you
should have
go.
saved it for.
Alright, make a forgery check. I think with advantage for your good deception roll. I'm only going to give it a quick look over just to confirm what she already thinks is true.
Do you want intelligence or dex?
Whichever is higher. You had time to do it with intelligence, but dex is also obviously important.
Okay, I'll do a sleight of hand then. Ooh.
You had advantage because of she was only going to give it.
That's a good thing.
Alright. Looks it over. Nods again. Only gives it like a quick glance. So how can I help you today, investigators?
We would like to investigate. We would like to have a discussion with one Fenris Stormcastle.
Fenris
We
Castle. Yes.
I believe is currently detained here.
Yes, I can confirm he is currently detained here. And this conversation would be about returning the things, returning their lost property or stolen property, I should say.
Yes,
We were-
after his hands.
I see. All right. One sec. Let me just check because it does have like what it will take to get her to. Okay, so let me see. Reading. Okay. Could you make a persuasion check for me?
Okay.
Drama.
Whoever thinks they have the better persuasion.
Harold.
Alright, I'll do it. Do I have... oh no, it's... Doodly-doo. No, that's fine. Persuasion. Wow.
You're so persuasive today.
This is like
It's supposed to be what I'm good at.
the inverse of the rolling the last time we came. The karmic lines have shifted.
Of course. Yes, absolutely. I see no reason why not to. I wouldn't normally allow meetings because he is considered a flight risk. But you have official business, I understand, and as long as we keep him secure. He'll be in a cell during the meeting, and we'll have to have a guard present with you.
Of course.
That's quite alright. Thank you, Magistrate. What was your name again?
She smiles at you and goes, "You can call me Hester."
Thank you very much, Hester. I'll be sure to let the Lady Greyhound know how much of a help. Yeah, how much of a help you've been to us.
She spouses, there's no need for that. I'm just doing my job.
Thank you.
Quick insight check for me.
Ooh. Both of us?
I think just yourself, Harold. Never mind.
Is she into him?
You roll a quick insight check from Harold. 6? You don't know. Maybe. Bit of an age difference, but alright, I will drag you down to Fenris in just a second. Let me just remove all these Durgar who we're going to attack later on in the evening.
Hey! We did a thing, guys!
Durga?
What? Nothing.
Durga?
Anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Bring back the guards. So meanwhile, in the pub, what are you guys up? You just sitting comfy, kind of watching the place?
Yeah. Sitting pretty.
Maybe sort of.
Could somebody roll a performance check for me to make? I want to see how obvious it is you're staking out a police station.
Or a police bar.
Well, being the only non-cops in their cop bar.
Yeah. Erlan, you would at some stage, I think, during this have to re-up your disguise self.
If possible, I'd like to nip away into a side alley or go to the toilet to do that. Because that I have
yourself to the privy.
Yes. Okay. Let's find out what happens to this privy.
Alright.
Oh no!
I mean, I might not make you roll Tides of Chaos. That's my decision as a GM whether or not it acts.
That's true. Are you going to make me roll Tides of Chaos?
Yes.
87.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
You cast Flash.
Alright. So, you go to the privy. As you leave, you notice there are a couple of guards, and they are trying to talk a small child, like a toddler, who was waiting with his mother, who is flying around the ceiling at like whee! Get down right now, son, down. There's no flying in the guard station. It's like he's never done this before.
Rapidly.
You wander through quickly, trying to like, Mommy,
I leave in that rapid way that someone who's left a photo does.
You know, as the clerk looks at you like, I better not go in there and find a. Actually, it's a privy, so it's just a hole in the ground that they empty every now and then. So they're like, if there's a big shite in there, it's understandable. There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Right, and yeah, could someone make a performance check for me to see if any of the guards are suspicious?
Yeah, I'll
You
do
want to
that
go?
if you like.
Go on, Fluke!
I got a 1, so.
60? Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
you just seem like comfy. No one thinks you're guards, but they're also not like, what's these non-guards doing here? They're just like, whatever.
Chat about tavern business and hiring more staff and
All right.
researching how other taverns do it.
You and the bartender are just having a jolly good like whinge about taverns and the like.
Don't you hate it when 3/4 of your staff get kidnapped?
He says yes. This is Waterdeep. It's happened to him too.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys
Kobold?
go downstairs.
On the way down, I'll say, Mr. Frost, I'm very pleased with the way you're conducting yourself today. Hang on.
Very good,
Winter,
Mr. Snow.
winter is coming. I'm very impressed with the way that you're conducting yourself, and I'll give him a little bardic inspiration,
All right.
Hey,
just in cases.
you could always say,
In case his
winter is
self-confidence
here.
is struggling.
Winter is here.
So you guys head over and you find yourself before this cell door. Is there dynamic lighting on the cell door? Oh, there is. All right. They open the cell door so that you can get a proper look inside. There is a. I'm checking. Let me just check if the magistrate actually came herself to just make sure. I think he trusts you enough, but I'm just going to have a look. See here, talking with Fenris. All right, cool. Yeah, she's not there. So she gets one of the more senior-looking guards, an older, sort of tougher-looking fellow, to come along with you, and he stands over here with this other guard, and he's keeping an eye on you, but he's not like super listening in, but he's kept himself within like earshot. And he opens this up, and inside you can see sitting on a chair is this big, like brawny, bearded fellow. Who is sort of sitting there. He's wearing probably the clothes he was picked up in, so just like some sort of a simple lamplighter's outfit with a little bit of leather on it. And he looks up at you and is like, "Can I help you? You don't look much like guards."
Yes, I believe you can, boy. We'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Very well.
Right.
How would you prefer to be referred to?
My name is Fenris. Just call me that.
Very well, Fenris. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Alright, get to it. Come on.
Oh, I want to be in the interview chamber.
Yeah, it's a bit cozy in there.
I realise we don't know what to ask.
There's a
Go in
couple
the
of guards
showers if
here.
you want, but I'm worried you know, then they'll be awkward.
Well, that's intimidating.
Yeah, but
I mean, you can go in the room with him. It's a cells, but you can go both. You know, I know it's like 5 foot squares, but you could both stand in the room like shoulder to shoulder and look at him.
right, I think you should just let everyone else see what this token looks like to see why we don't want to go in that room with him.
It's what? Do people recognize this token? Is it a familiar one to anyone?
Alright.
All right, so you're both in the cell with him.
Can you remind me what the magical doodad was again, please?
It was the Stone of
The Stone of Galore.
said to him.
Stone of
Some
Galore.
sort of magical item that gives that when you take it has a chance of can lead you to the vault of Never Ember's treasure.
Now, Fenris, I was hoping if we could make things nice and easy. We've come a bit of a way and gone through a bit of a trouble to talk to you. And I don't want to bother you, really. So I'd like to make this quick and simple. I'll be straight with you. We've been tasked to find something called the Stone of Galore. I'm told you might know where that might be.
That depends. What's in it for me if I know where that is? In case you haven't noticed, I'm in prison. I've not exactly got much reason to be telling nobody nothing.
Well, we represent a noble party of interest who may well be able to reduce your sentence if you
Rather
cooperate.
considerably.
Look, I know nobles all think they're highfalutin and fancy and can do anything, but there's only two people who can reduce my sentence at this stage. That's the magistrate upstairs and the Lady of Waterdeep herself.
We'll be seeing her later today.
Yeah, we've got a meeting scheduled.
Is that so? Well, I'll tell you what. If I know where that stone is, if you can get me release and immunity from all my past crimes, I might be able to tell you where it is. Other than that, not much you can do for me.
Well, we could also possibly put out for word that you don't actually know where it is. Because right now, word on the street is that you do. And there
a
are
lot of
many interested parties.
I'm sure there are. That's why I can't be spending any time in a prison cell. At least one that has a little more contact with other folks. So like I said, release immunity. You get me that, I can help you out. Other than that, you ain't got shit I want.
Have you heard of the stories of what the Xanathar's Guild does to people who have information they'd like to know? They're not very nice stories.
And that's if you're lucky enough for it to be the Xanathars.
Yeah. Zents, they're rather good, I've been told, and there's...
I get it. I'll be buggered by a bugbear. Look,
If you're lucky.
I need immunity and release so I can get the fuck out of Waterdeep. Even if you went out there and said, I don't know shit, there's still somebody who will double check in prison. There's enough Zents and enough Xanathar in there to make sure. And I don't want to be spending any time there anyway. So, immunity and release.
Or you could just tell us, and I'm going to try and cast suggestion.
No.
All right.
I was just reading suggestion.
All right. I will make a quick saving throw for the gentleman.
It doesn't.
Yeah, these character sheets aren't as good as the ones we're used to.
14.
I don't want to fuck with them in case it screws with some of the stuff. Okay, I'll just need to find him. So, Bandit Captain. What? DC 14.
Yeah.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. Nods his head and goes, why the fuck would I tell you where it is without immunity? Why the fuck would I tell you it's in the top flat floor of an old tower in the dock wards? The tower's warded against magic of all forms, which is why I hid it there, so no one could scry on it. Pretty clever, huh? You'll find it on this street, which he says out loud. Why the fuck would I tell you that? And he blinks and is like,
why the fuck would you?
What?
Mm.
What? No.
Mr. Frost, your methods are extraordinary, and you have impressed me again. Thank you, Fenris. You've been very useful.
Son of a bitch.
Enjoy your sentence.
No.
I'll walk out and slam the door.
As you get up to walk out, he lunges at you. Roll a quick initiative check for me.
Okay.
Just dexterity, because you just got to beat him, basically. Ooh.
Well, I get a thingy on initiative. I get jack of all trades. Oh no, I do that on the dex check on it.
Yeah.
Ha!
Ooh, he got a 23.
Fuck off!
Lunges towards you.
Can I cutting words that? Because that's ability check.
No.
Oh.
He lunges towards you. You hadn't had a turn yet, so you didn't have your reaction.
Okay, fine.
And you see, it suddenly in his hand is like a small, sharp piece of metal, and he stabs it at you. Does the really quick stabs towards your stomach.
Lash. I get shanked, guys.
What's your age?
15.
15. All right. Your hard leather jacket takes the worst of it, but you do feel like a scratch on your stomach, and you take 6 piercing damage.
I'm gonna cutting words.
All right, I'll just tell you what I rolled to help with that. I got a 19 on that last roll. That would have hit.
I'll cut in words damage then.
Oh, you can.
If that's right.
Can you cut in words?
Yeah,
damage?
you can cut words damage.
I thought that was a Valor Bard thing.
Nope. No.
Oh, okay. I've also lost Tom's camera, which is disappointing.
You can't hurt me with get away, you fucker. So I roll a d6.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh, I've done my
What?
thing.
What the hell?
That is all of us.
Know everything.
I am. Come on.
I wish we could see to the left. It would be going fractally into infinity.
Hey.
Yeah.
Alright, so I take 1 damage then.
Alright, so you were able to cut him up, and you just take a step back, slam the door in his face. It auto locks, it's got a big clinking Yale lock, and the guard comes forward. Are you all right?
Only a scratch.
God, what's
He was a bit quicker than I thought he would be, to be honest.
shit? Did he have a blade?
Yeah, he's got a shank. You might want to get rid of that.
Shout
Great
from his
job,
shoulders.
boys.
Right, lads, we got a shank. Everyone over here. get the glove. We gotta check him. You guys should head upstairs.
Thank you very much for the help.
Right.
Thank you for your
like
assistance.
there's a little thing. You see him on the other side. He like pours oil over himself and gets to the blade and is like getting himself ready to fight a bunch of guards. Like, oh jeez, let's go upstairs. You ever seen it's no weird I shouldn't go on another weird tangent. I've done that too much today. Fuck it. There's a movie starring the guy who played Cook in Skins. Yeah, going around where it's like set in his prison, and all the officers come in to batter him, and before they come in, he just covers himself in like baby oil, so they can't grab him, and just fights like 15 police officers until they manage to hold him down. I'm like, that's what you see being prepared on the other side. Startup. That's the name of the movie. It's called Startup.
Okay.
It's okay. Anyway, you all head upstairs. I think on the way you would be brought to the magistrate again. Just on your way out, and she would say, "So, did things seem to get a little heated down there? I'm hearing."
We managed to trick him a bit into telling us what we wanted to know, and didn't take quite a liking to it. And he had a go at me, but
I see.
I made tougher stuff.
I'm sorry to hear that. You got what you were looking for, then?
Yes.
We think so.
Do you
We
require
have a lead.
the guard to assist you at all, or?
No,
Oh,
we should
no.
be fine from here on out.
All right.
It's
Well,
only a lead. We
avoid.
need to investigate ourselves.
All right. If it is being held by somebody or he has accomplices, please contact the guard immediately. We don't want this divulging into a brawl in the streets. Okay?
Oh, of course.
Very well. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for your
professionals.
assistance.
No trouble. And you guys head outside. You head across to the pub across the way, and find your friends having a pint with a couple of guards, having a bit of a chat, talking about just giving you some of the stories about what it's like being a guard in Waterdeep, which sounds like a pretty difficult vocation actually. I had to wrestle an owlbear the other day. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Oh no, they just give them sausage roll. They love sausage rolls.
This one had stolen somebody's purse.
Ah.
Run for it. I tell you, it's tough. It's tough being a guard here.
It makes no sense. Like the whole world's crazy.
Anyway, but you guys meet back up. You've got the information you need. And what do you want to do next?
Have they
Harold.
filled us in on everything that's happened?
Everybody follow me. Hang on, no, that's not Northern. Jon Snow. Everyone follow me.
No. You always get that one word that helps you like get in the accent.
Trigger word.
No, I know
Let's go.
exactly what for me, that's with Russian, it's vodka.
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 I remember my cousin, every time he wants to do a Northern Ireland accent, he's like, "I'll bomb your knickers."
Nicholas. Good. Nice. Alright, so yeah, you guys
What a boochie.
find some privacy. Would you head off somewhere in particular?
I mean, I think we go straight there.
We've got someone else is going to find out the information pretty soon.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
Probably about 2 p.m.
Okay. How long would it take us to get to the place where we're having our meeting?
Well, from where you are right now, minutes, because you're in the castle ward.
Oh, so it's in the castle. Okay.
But the place you need to go is in the dock ward, so that's like, I don't know, if you got a quick car, half an hour-ish.
Cool.
Your meeting is not for another 4 hours.
Yeah, we got time.
We'll have to figure out what we want to talk to her about as
You're
well.
also near the yawning portal if you want to.
Oh, that's
we're gonna-
easy. That's easy.
We're going to inform her of the drow.
Now.
Yeah. The drow, and also ask her if she can help us find our kobolds.
Yes. Yes.
He blinks and looks like, it's like, please help us save our kobolds. And he's just like, oh my god.
Kobolds.
We're going to ask the two most powerful people in the city where are 4 kobolds.
We're in the middle of
Make posters.
Mr. President, have you seen my lizard men?
We're in the middle of a campaign. We can't leave them now.
Oh, by the way,
Albert's been running a great
quite a
game.
few quests at the moment. I made a quest log handout.
Oh, thank fuck.
It can be edited by any of you. It should be all on your thing. And you can just add if you want to put the factions. You can put which ones you got for which factions, main quests, and personal quests as well. So if you want to add stuff to that, you can add to that.
Yeah, make sure it's only one at a time as well.
So if anyone wants to add anything to that, it's all yours now. Yeah. So where's your next destination? You're in the castle ward, so you're nearby to the yawning portal.
Yes.
You're also kind of in the middle of town, so you can get pretty much anywhere within an hour, depending.
Guys, let's just get this thing now before anybody else has their chance to get their hands on it.
Agreed.
Yeah, good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not waste any time.
Cool. All right, so you're going to just get a car and head straight to the dock
Yep.
ward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is also where the that mage is apparently hanging around, but I guess you're not interested in that right at the moment. Okay. As you head out, you notice a group of Durgar wearing fake mustaches and glasses heading towards the prison. And then, but you quickly get yourselves in a cart, and that was a joke. And yeah, somebody drop, I would say, another 5 silver to get yourselves to the address. You clatter, and the town turns from the kind of wealth and very center of the city, a lot of like government buildings and nice stone buildings, to the dock ward, which is much more heavily populated, a lot of like old wooden structures and tenements. You're going south, so it's getting rougher and rougher as you go, and you're heading downhill, and as we know, shit travels downhill. And yeah, you travel for a bit. Matthew opens up the next section of the adventure. Is there any sort of conversation when you're in the back of the cart? You've got a bit of privacy for the moment.
I'm worried about if there's going to be people know we're after this thing, if there's people following us and watching us. So I think we need to keep an eye out for that.
So, I know what we're to expect going into here. Is it being guarded? Is it just hidden somewhere?
It says protected from magic.
Yeah, so there might be some booby traps or something.
If you want, you could actually roll a history check on the tower to see what you know about it.
Sorry, you cut out there.
If somebody would like, they could roll a history check on the tower to see what they would know about it.
I'm so good at history checks.
In
Oh my god!
If somebody's been in Waterdeep for quite a while, they might know a little about it.
I was going to say that's Brian's territory, isn't it?
It's getting worse.
You're fairly certain this tower used to belong to the Blackstaff. This is like the original Blackstaff tower before they moved uptown.
I mean, this was like the OG Blackstaff tower before they actually got realsies.
Oh, that'll explain all the magic blocking abilities.
Yep.
Oh, good memory, good memory, Harold.
Yep. Definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Really?
Don't question me.
Brian, you're fairly sure you've heard of this tower. It's not been used in a long time now. In fact, it's fairly dilapidated, you might even say. 1818 is pretty good. You would know, according to rumor, that it was owned by a sorcerer who was a wild magic sorcerer who was having more and more trouble controlling their magical gifts. So they made this tower with a permanent anti-magic effect.
Oh.
So that they had somewhere to go where they weren't worried about, exploding.
Gotcha.
And causing damage that way.
Yeah, causing small children to fly into the sky,
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
like a balloon. Mommy.
But the wizard he's not. I mean, the building's quite like most of Waterdeep. It's very old, so whoever this wizard was, he likely is probably long dead, and no one has ever like taken over the building since he's died.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that seems to be some old anti-magic tower. So careful, you lot. You gotta rely on any of your fancy abilities in here.
I can't say I like the sound of that.
Yeah, sounds a
I'm
bit
loving it.
like try not to die. If everyone could just try not to die, that would be really good.
I mean, if history serves to tell us, we're not very good at that. So, but
What? Dying or not dying?
not we're not good at not dying.
Here with that. Alright, we got to go in.
Sure. If I have a glance around, can I see anyone that looks like they might be watching us?
Sure. Roll a perception check. You don't see anyone. You're in a cart, kind of trundling along, but you don't notice any other carts following you. The streets are fairly busy because it's a very busy city, but you don't notice anyone in particular. You do notice you go by old Zoblob's shop, and the beholder in the like the stuffed beholder in the window, sort of stares out at you. That's about it. Yeah, the cart comes to a stop. The driver like knocks on the wall, like let you know you're in the right place. And looking up, yeah, there's a squat tower before you. It's only let me get the correct before I just start rambling. So yeah, the characters face enemies in a dilapidated tower. It was a bit more flavor text than I remembered. Yeah, it's like an old, dilapidated tower, clearly fallen on like rough times. It's fairly only looks to be it's only about 30 feet tall. So not like hugely tall, maybe two tall stories or 3 small stories tall. Yeah, it's got arrow slits for windows. And the tower kind of stands up tall, like a square tower with a kind of dilapidated roof. And then there's like a little front entry porch. Not porch. There's like a little bit sticking out of the tower, which would be like more like a traditional house. Looks like kind of the entryway, and there's an old door there. The driver's like, you sure this is the place you're looking for?
No, we're going nearby, don't worry.
Alright. You hand over the silver and he takes off.
I'll have a look about for anyone suspicious.
I detect magic.
You cast Detect Magic?
Yeah.
As a spell or as a ritual?
I could cast it at will.
Ooh, fancy.
Ah, yeah.
You see bugger all, Tom.
Yep.
Yeah, you... It's not so much that you detect magic, you detect the absence of magic. Like, when you look in that direction, there's just like a void where the weave would normally be like moving through the air. Like currents of magic, there is just a void, a complete absence of magic where that tower is. It's a little unsettling.
I do not like the look of that.
In fact, I can take you over to a map, which is you standing before the front entrance.
It's been home late.
Via Troll Skull Alley, as always. Eventually, I'm going to have to start dragging you somewhere else.
I hope Dash is doing alright.
Yeah, come back and the place will be shut and there's going to be 3 drunk halflings just wasted.
All dressed up. All
yeah,
dressed up
this
in
is
like,
you here,
kobold heads.
So this is it's kind of the front part. Like there's this shorter like part standing out here, and then
I'm
behind
blind.
Yes, you are blind. I'm just gonna actually it'll be dark inside, so I don't want to put just light on everywhere. I will find the sun.
I am the sun.
The sun. Do 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 do.
Chosen sun.
All players see light. Can you see now?
Yep.
Cool. There's the sun.
Manly. Alright, well, shall I see if it's open?
Alright.
Or do you want to take lead on this, Brynny?
Go for it. If it's not open, I'll give it a try.
There might be an entrance higher up as well.
Okay, I go up, check see if,
Vestibule, that's what it's called. Sorry.
check see if the door's locked.
Alright. You head on over. The door is... You sort of try it. The door does appear to be locked. Or barred.
Alright. Well, do you want to give it the old go, Brynny?
Oh god, there's a door with class levels.
Is there an obvious keyhole or anything?
Yes, there is an obvious keyhole.
Alright, teleport to the other side, and I'll grab my scimitar. And
I'll get the hand out.
yeah.
What do you do?
I'll try to pick the lock if I can, I guess.
Alright.
Do you want to hold anything for you while you do that?
Yeah, come and give me a hand. Listen for the right clicking sound, like something.
Well, when you two get down to check it, it doesn't seem like the lock is like locked. Like there's a keyhole, but it's not locked. And when you probably with your more expert try it, feels like the door is barred from the other side.
Brian, I think this might be yours.
We don't really want to cause that much of a fuss, do we?
Yeah, take a look around, see if there's anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, is there an obvious window I could climb?
Let's have a look. Windows.
There isn't an arrow slit.
Goddamn arrow slits.
I don't think it has windows actually. Each upper floor. No, there are no windows on the bottom floor. There are arrow slits higher up. Well, there's windows higher up, like arrow slits. But the bottom floor has no windows.
And the arrow slits are too small for, say...
You could
At the back,
probably... Let's have a look. Arrow slits. They are probably big enough for a small creature or a slim medium creature to squeeze through. So, yeah, you could push your way through the arrow slits if you wanted to.
What do you think? Bit dangerous, or should I give it a go?
How high
Go
are they?
for it.
You could also try and either force the front door or maybe try and put something in. Like if there's a bar on the other side, you could perhaps try and jimmy it. It's a little obvious, but you know.
Well, if you go in a window, you can always go down and open it from the other side.
It's also worth
that's my
saying
plan.
actually just climbing up the outside of the building would be also quite obvious. It's the middle of the day. There would be no stealthing that.
Is there many around?
Oh, yeah. It's the middle of the day. It's the dock district, which is very busy. There are people walking by pretty much constantly. One's like, right, Brian? And keeps on.
I turn to the others. Do you maybe want to make us look a bit official? Maybe take a guard's uniform while we beat down the store?
I'll go into an alleyway and come out looking like a guard.
Perfect.
I won't get too close because of the anti-magic field, but I'll just be there, looking on approvingly.
All right.
Go on, bash it down.
All right. So remove the spell slot for disguise self.
Yep.
Could you make a performance check for me, Harold?
Yes, I can.
Would actor give him advantage?
If that's what actor does, I can't remember.
I'm playing the character of a guard, so I suppose so. Yes.
Sounds like a legit.
Being someone else, yeah.
Yep. Boop. Don't need
Oh,
it.
nice.
In fact, people kind of see this very official-looking guard type, and this being a kind of shady part of town.
You're cut out.
This being a kind of shady part of town, people just kind of stop being on the streets. They're like, oh, God. Oh, fuck, mate. That's that guy who took down that owlbear pickpocket the other day.
I've only got one hand.
It's a hook now. No, it's a
Boss.
truncheon. It's your guard.
Yeah.
Alright, boss, I'll get it down. I'll take out a crowbar and take it to the door. Well,
All right.
trying to be kind of quiet.
Sort of official crowbarring.
Yeah.
All right, roll with advantage in athletics.
Oh God.
Has anyone ever seen that video of the police trying to take that like really well-made door down? And
Yeah.
it's 10 minutes long of them just wailing on it with a ram. Then they get a crowbar and they can't get anywhere with that. And I think in the end they just go home.
No, I think it's the one where they
Come on,
down, it doesn't work.
young
And
fishy
then one of the
fellow,
guys,
put your
like,
back into it. I'll inspire him.
And one of the guys just comes over and just like turns on the doorknob and just opens it.
I mean, yeah, you've got inspiration now, but you've already made your attempt at it, so...
I have proficiency in it. I could give it.
Here you go. That's loosened it up for you, Bernie. Go have at it.
Can I say inspired Brenny then?
Okay,
Liz.
sure. And there's
Yeah.
a good while of Brian trying to do this, like, fucking with a crowbar back and
Door.
like that awkward, like, back and forth. Back
Stood
and
stood
forth.
there, my hands on my hips, shaking my head. No good, this boy.
Should take a knock.
And then from nowhere, you just hear... And Brian just
Meow.
throws herself at it.
Go for it.
11. Would you like to use
A
your
D6.
inspiration?
If you want.
Yeah!
Hey!
That was good, because I'm probably setting at about a 15. Flying through the air, Bruni shoulder tackles the thing. And there was like a metal bar across the middle, which wasn't coming free. Oh, could people hear me there, or did I disappear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
There was a metal bar across the middle, which wasn't coming free, so Bruni jumped and hit it high. And like snapped the door above the metal bar, so the top part of the door falls inwards, leaving enough space for people to get inside. I can just delete that door. So inside there is this old tower interior. So let me read about the vestibule. So the outer door, there's a tiny people. There's rotten tapestries adorning the walls. Mud and dirt has accumulated on the floor. Probably the only thing that stands out is up on one of the walls, like hanging pride of place, is a sword that looks as good as new. Like a sword just kind of sitting on the wall, or not sitting on the wall, like hanging off the wall, like kind of pride of place. Next to the door when you guys come in.
Well, what's this thing?
Brian can see it though because it's dark inside.
Oh. Torch.
You light up a torch?
Yeah.
Okay. All players see light. 40 by 20?
Yep.
Thank you. And there's a door at the far end of the vestibule.
Alright.
Kind of an old rotting door.
Well, let's see what we got. Steps inside.
Alright, yeah.
Guys, there's a sword here.
Go out into the same alley, come back out as Harold so my disguise doesn't spontaneously disappear as I go into the building.
I mean, you'd have to...
We can all
get rid
gather
of the
around
spell.
here.
You'd have to dismiss the spell.
Yeah, I'll go into an alley, dismiss the spell, then come back out and go in as Harold. But his guard's like, my job here is done.
I've helped these people break into a building.
Yep. Carry on. Oh, fuck, there's another door.
Yeah. Although this door does not look locked at a glance.
Yeah, Bernie, you reckon the sword's safe?
Open it.
Hang on. I want to search around the room for traps.
Do an investigation check. 15? Yeah, the tapestries are old and mouldy, but there's no sign of traps in here. The thing you do notice, though, is the sword is in very good condition. It's held up well to the time that has passed.
Oh, good.
Nothing mechanical. And there can't be any magic.
I take it.
You just take the sword, it's mine.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, yeah, you grab the sword. It's got some nice weight to it. It's a well-made sort of long sword. And you got a sword.
You had to wait on this. I'll have your hand when I got break out the shield.
When you open the door deeper into the tower, the room beyond, so there's a stone spiral staircase curling up into the tower and down into what looks like a cellar. Set in the west wall is a fireplace blackened with soot. A burned heap that used to be a padded leather chair lies near the fireplace. You also see another of these nice, another sword on a wall in here.
Oh, man. Alright. Let's look around. Turns back to Brynny. This one good too?
As you enter, Brynny, you've got good passive perception, don't you?
17, I believe.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
pretty darn good. You hear the sound of something heavy being moved upstairs. Like there's a kind of creak of floorboards and a slight thud.
Thing upstairs.
Oh, we charge him.
I think we need to move quick.
Alright, let's go. Alright, moving quickly and silently. Gonna make our way upstairs.
Okay. You make your way quickly upstairs. Is that what everyone does, or?
Quietly as possible, anyway, for me.
I gotta take out a shield and just have that with the sword I just
Brian,
found.
are you focusing on quiet or are you focusing on speed?
Quiet.
Okay, so it's going to take a little while. Well, not like a little while, but a lot longer than if you just rushed up there to get up there. Okay, so I'll just move some stuff around a little upstairs. When you get upstairs, you see some figures. What were the marching orders?
Bless whoever.
That would be my lovely girlfriend. What would be the marching order going up? I know Brian's in the front.
Yeah.
Then me, I guess.
Then Brynny.
I can be in front of Harold and Errol.
Then
I'm blind!
Flame. Then Harold and Erlen coming up the rear. Okay, so some of you are still kind of half down the stairs.
Ooh.
But I don't have enough space on the stairs. So you guys are still like coming up the spiral staircase at the back
Cool.
there. But Brian, when you come up, what you see is 3 figures. One of them is kind of like half out the window. Like he's standing at the door, and in his hand, in their hand, they are holding a green stone.
Oh, shit.
That looks very familiar to you because you've had the false version of it. Right. But what you see is 3 figures, all of them somewhat familiar to you. They are 3 drow. Each of them pointed ears, dark-skinned, wearing leather. One of them looks along at you and narrows his eyes in abject hatred.
Hello, mate.
Shit.
Right, I just need to remind myself a little bit about these characters because they all have a little bit of backstory. I just need to remember which one's which.
Cool. I'm spear tackling the one with the stone as soon as
You can try to.
Yeah.
as soon as things kick off.
So let me give you descriptions of each, because they've all got a little bit of backstory and character. There we go.
They can tell us this while we knock them unconscious.
Let me
I
tell
was
you
brought
the
up
name.
with a noble drow family. Oof. So
Pretty sure all these drow are from the yawning portal.
yes, all there are is in the yawning portal.
Only that.
So the one half out the window is this in here. They are
And the male.
tall, live figure. Kind of got a confident smirk on their face. Let's see. Okay, yes. very kind of live figure. Their hair is like tied back in a very tight ponytail. They look at you and they kind of smile a little bit. And they hold up. He has the stone of galore in their hand and like waves it at you a little bit, like kind of like thanks, like look what I got, and makes ready to leap out the window. The one nearest to them is let's see. It's a younger looking drow. Almost looks like an older teenager by drow standards, although probably still makes him like 30. And they're sticking quite close to the one ahead. They both look. It looks like he's moving to jump out the window straight after his friend. But you recognize mostly the one who was decapitating half elves in the city before. And he bares his teeth angrily at the sight of you and reaches for his sidearm. A familiar-looking pistol.
Shit.
Well,
and I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
roll! Alright, come on.
Initiative, roll.
Be
roll,
good.
Initiative, initiative,
Oh, it's
Roll that initiative. Roll.
Alright, so...
Oh shit, ties for that. Shit.
I've got to open up character sheets in this one. Yeah. Gunslinger.
Irish ties.
What?
Heh.
He's got a bang gun.
Yeah, it's the guy you got before.
Oh
Oh yeah, I remember now. Did we nick? Oh no, we had to. Jarlaxle made us give it him back.
no! Yeah, Pretty and I almost died.
We can nick it for good. I think everybody almost died in that bloody fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was like turn 1. Oh, I have been completely reduced to 0 hit points.
And
I
I ran
was-
over and healed you and got
if I
shot.
had shot Erlin in that fight, I would have killed Erlin. Like
Yeah.
one shot.
Yeah.
All right.
I was a honey possum. That
You
was
shoot Erlin in this
that was-
fight, you might still kill Erlin.
True.
Let's go buying time. Okay, so the first to go is the younger looking drow. Quick off the mark, kind of. And while the other one is like holding up the stone, like, haha, look what I've got. He just like sprints, grabs the stone, and throws himself out the window. Whee! Like.
Wait, what happened? You cut out there.
Oh, the younger looking drow,
Yeah.
like the teenage one. While his compatriot is like sort of showing off, like, haha, look at my stone. He just runs by, takes it like a football player, like an American football player, and leaps out the window. And as he jumps out the window, as soon as he like passes the building's perimeter, like the kind of past the window, he just seems to disappear.
Motherfucker.
He just like fades into the ether. So yeah, that's them. They leap out the window. And then it is Brian's turn.
Right. Well, there goes my plan.
So yeah, you've got these two drow. One of them is standing.
Why couldn't we roll better?
at the window. They roll pretty bad, apart from that guy. Like the other two rolled a 1 and a 2. But
Alright.
they're eyeing you.
Take a step towards the gunny guy. Say, oh, you're gonna regret that one. And bonus action. Clouds start to gather around myself as my frills all stand up around my body. As I shoot a lance of lightning towards him.
The one you faced before.
Yep.
All right. He attempts to do a sick drow backflip. 26.
Yeah, that's enough.
Alright. 1 damage.
And I'm gonna run over to here and grapple him.
This one here is the one who you just shot.
Oh, the closer one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the guy you faced before. That's Solon.
In that case, I'm gonna grab him here. Grapple him.
Alright, you grab him, or you try to. They're going to try and dart out of your reach.
Phew, thank God for advantage.
Yes, that's pretty good. Oof, he makes a good effort to like slip your grip, but you do successfully grab him. Like, hey! He, like looks at you. He's like, "Give me back my fucking boots."
Fate too small anyway, mate. Come on this way. Right. I gotta drag him back a bit.
Right, you drag him back a bit. He struggles with you, but you're a little strong man. He's like, "Oh, you're so strong and so small. You've got such good leverage down there."
Low center of gravity.
You are the next to react, which makes sense as you're the next one up the ladder.
Alright, I'm going to move straight to here. Does this one also have a gun?
Yeah, we have actually rolled initiative in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very convenient. Yeah, they do have a gun. It's in their hand. They're sort of holding one of these pistols.
Okay, I'm going to move here. I'm going to pull out my rapier, and I'm going to jab at the one that Brian is holding on to.
Okay. Aha. You miss.
I'm going to turn it into a fancy flourish to put the person off balance, using the help action as a bonus action.
Okay. So remind me when someone attacks him that they have advantage.
Shall do.
Faluke, you're the next one to run up the steps.
Okay. 5, 10. Okay, that's what. La 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 la. Yeah, I'll come here and I'll whack this guy with my mace.
Alright, you have advantage because he's being distracted by a kitty. God, it's so cute! You miss. Your mace goes wide. He pushes your hand out of the way.
Damn. That's probably my turn.
Alright. Harold.
Is it 5, 10, 15? Oh, you horrid bastards.
Right, you run around, you find yourself like suddenly involved in this like scrum up at the top.
Hello. Shit. Wasn't there 3 of them? Where's he gone?
He took the stone and leapt. Seems to have vanished.
Alright then, I'll jump out this window.
Not that one!
Bearing in mind you're in like a tower.
How high up am I?
Like 60 feet?
I thought it only went up 30 feet.
Oh yeah, 30 feet, sorry. Yes, 30 feet.
30 feet.
15 feet room, so yes, 30 feet.
Alright, I'm fairly acrobatic. I will try and see if I can parkour my way somewhere convenient.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's nearby rooftops, because that's what they're jumping for. Yeah. So you can roll an athletics check for me to see if you can, like...
Oh, not athletics!
all the way to the next roof and, like, land with a nice solid slam.
Oh, why can't I inspire myself?
You do a flip, like a backflip in midair. It's completely unnecessary.
Suddenly you're Batman.
Superhero landing on the ground. It's awful for your knees.
I look around. Do I see the
guy? No, you do not see anyone else.
I would also like to point out if he cast invisibility on himself, he might have taken damage for the fall and then had to make a Constitution save.
That's an interesting thing. Erlen, it's your shot.
I use my movement to move or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You'd have had to dash to get to like the next rooftop, definitely.
All right.
I'll move you out of the tower.
Okay.
You're quite far away now.
Errol was going up the stairs and then he had, "Give me my damn boots back." He suddenly turns around, goes right back down the stairs.
Not dealing with this.
No, not again.
Alright, you just like turn and walk off, like, nope.
Nope, out front door.
Alright.
Rear guard.
Do you dash out the front door?
Sure.
Okay, so you just like sprint out the building and like stop at the front door like, oh jeez. Alright. So on this Drow's turn, they shout out. Solon, we've got what we've came for. Get out of here! And leaps out the window as well. Disappearing as they go. Brittany, you would get an attack of opportunity as they go, though.
No, I'm gonna keep it for this one. This one's the dangerous prick.
He's grappled.
Oh, yeah. In that case, yeah.
Alright, yeah, you can take a quick stab at them as they go. 16? Misses.
Oh.
Turns it aside with a quick movement. They leap out the window and just disappear like the other one into thin air. Solon's turn. Solon growls. It's like, I want my damn boots! And pulls his pistol, tries to jab it into Brian's stomach and shoot you at point blank range.
Ooh.
He does not have disadvantage. He is a gunslinger. This is his thing. But misses. You kind of like put... I mean, you're a barbarian. You flex your abs and the bullet bounces off. You've got him all tangled up, so you grab his hand and like push it to the side, and the shot like hits the wall nearby, and there's a burst of debris as it hits it. He's like, God damn it, not again.
Just put my hand on a gun and just seep water into it.
Got that. Harold, you're on this rooftop, you're looking around. You see on another nearby rooftop, the young drow reappears. Whatever invisibility was on him seems to wear off, and he reappears. And it's like, fucking potion. And just starts sprinting across the rooftops. Like as fast as he can. He's making pretty good speed. He's pretty light on his feet, but he's like, and he begins to do some like cool Batman flips and kicks across the rooftops. So he is legging it as fast as he can. Like,
How far away is he from me at the moment?
Some abstract distance. Like 30. Well, he'd be like 90-ish feet away from you. Vaguely.
Okay.
So yeah, like he's about 90 feet away from you, I'd say. Because you jumped out a different window, so that gave you like separation, and then like... also actually he had a big head start on you when he dashed, so he would be... Does it actually give me a number of how many feet? Sorry. Let me just check something.
Well, I mean, he moved and then I followed him.
Yes, but you were further down the stairs from where he was when he moved. So you'd have a little bit more.
It would take 20 feet to get out of the room, and then I would have had another 40 to move on the rooftop.
Let me just check.
Yeah.
It does have a number, I think, for me. I mean, that's bullshit. Oh, that's if I just let them run out. He's about, I would say, like 150 feet ahead of you. No, wait, no. I'd say that plus 30 plus... He's about 120 feet ahead of you.
I like the previous number more.
Yeah. 120 feet ahead of you. Okay, so you can be at 2. There we go. He's 120 feet ahead of you right now, Harold.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a bit ahead of everyone else. So he's just booking it across these rooftops. Brian, it's your go.
Alright, let's get out. Bruni, see if you can track him. You're the fastest. We got this guy. And I'm gonna try and zap him.
Alright, he is going to attempt some sick drow backflips. 25. His hair begins to get a bit frizzy and he does not look happy about it.
I believe I said when I was coming up, I put on my shield and was using the sword, so I used a new fancy sword I found downstairs. I'm going to try and clock him on the head to try and knock him out.
Okay. Yeah, you give him a jolly good clocking on the head and he like grabs at his temple. I don't think you catch him flush, but you do manage to clip him with it.
Oh, that's me. Just
All right.
keep on holding.
Bruni.
Alright, I moved to a window. Can I see Harold and... It was this window, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was that window he jumped out of.
Can I see Harold and the drow?
You can see Harold. He's like along that way a bit because he jumped out this window. And then you can see the drow, sprinting as fast as he can away from you.
Alright, in that case, I'm going full Tabaxi Rogue. I want to use my feline agility, and I want to dash as a bonus action to try to catch up.
Okay. What is the total movement that would give you?
Lots.
90 from action bonus.
Yeah, so that would be 90 so far, and if I hadn't caught up by then, I will also action dash, so...
You would have to, you would definitely have to use your bonus action dash.
Well, it'd be 60-60 movement bonus action, so that's 120 already.
Yeah.
I was hoping to, if it was 90, that I could catch up and still have my action,
he's
but
he's
no.
more than 90 away from it.
You can get 120 total if you need it.
Alright, I'll use the full lot, 120.
You can get 180 total if he wants.
How?
Does it bonus your dash as well?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Your speed's doubled. Your base speed is 30, so 60.
Oh,
Yeah.
Speeds your... Yeah, I getcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do 120 without action dashing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's a little more than that away from you. So I think it would take
Yeah.
your whole movement to catch up to him.
Alright, fair enough.
And I need you to roll a d20 for me. Okay. You come up to a 10-foot wide gap between the rooftops. You can jump over the gap with a strength, if your strength is 10 or higher. Is your strength 10 or higher?
It is.
Okay. And you must succeed an acrobatics check. You jump over this 10-foot gap, do a flip, land on the other side, and sprint up right next to him.
Okay.
However, as you are running, appearing from nowhere and striking at you with an attack opportunity, as you sprint by their invisible form, is the other drow, the one who jumped out after its friend. You sprint right by them. So they swing a short sword at you, hitting you for 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
Just as you're like fling by, and you see them, and they like shake their fist at you as you just speed past them, and like run up to their friend. He like blinks, is like, "Wow, you were very, very fast."
Am I in the right position? I'm not sure where I should be now.
I'll just move over. It's going to get abject now. There's no map for this part, so just don't exact lengths and stuff might start to become a little fluid.
Item interaction as well. I'll put my rapier away.
All right, you put your rapier away, put it on your side. Fluke, it's your go.
I will stay and back up Brian and whack this guy on the head.
Okay.
Whee!
Dunk.
Nice.
That actually hits him, yes, for 7.
Hey!
Woo! That's a... Good job at that baguette, Fluke.
Oh, that's me done.
Harold.
Alright, I will try and close the gap 30 feet
Okay.
more with my movement, and then I was 120 feet away from him, so I'm only
Yeah, roughly.
90 feet away from him now.
Yeah, roughly.
Alright,
It's going to be rough out here. I'm not.
call out across the rooftop, and I say to him, the one of the lead, I say, "Why do dwarves have such big nostrils?"
As you say that, could you roll a d20 for me to see if there's any complications?
Of D20.
Yes, roll a d20 for me. 2. You come through rooftop.
We're only low on this.
Alright, you come to a rooftop that is 10 foot higher than the one you were on. Could you make a strength athletics check for me?
Can I still see him from where I am?
No, because there's a rooftop ahead of you.
Oh, my strength athletics is 10 on the dot. Oh, fuck off!
Right. It just means that 10 foot count is difficult terrain, so you only went 10 foot this round.
Okay, that's fine. I can still see him, and he's within range still. So I call across to him, "Why do dwarves have such big nostrils?"
Okay.
It's because they've got really big fingers, and I cast Vicious Mockery on him, which has a range of 120 feet.
Okay.
I thought you were waiting for him to reply for a second there.
I know. I was thinking like, I thought he was going to say,
17,
I don't.
17 wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck off!
That's not vicious mockery at all.
Crown of Madness, even. Bah!
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
because it made sense then.
Alright. Erlan, it's your go.
Do I have any idea what's going on?
Roll a perception check for me to see if you saw people leaping out. See if you saw Bruni just like Batman from one to the other. Oh, I should have rolled an acrobatics check for Bruni just to get to the next building, like athletics like I did for Harold. Oh well. No. You were just standing outside, taking a deep breath. Like, whew. Stressful. Stressful day.
Okay. In which case, I'll put on Detect Magic and kind of look around a bit.
Yeah. There's the big void, as it was before. But you don't see anything else magical around you.
Yeah. I'll watch for windows of the upper tower now it's about.
Okay. Yeah, you look up at the slits. And as you do so, you probably hear like a gunshot go off. Off in this direction as Brynny, this one who took a swing at you with their short sword sort of takes off after you. Might as well run to see if they have any complications. Someone roll a d20 for me.
I will. I'm rolling very. Oh no.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Really? 1, 2,
1,
3.
2, 3. Yeah.
We're doing well here. Let's keep this going, guys. All right. You see. Oh, bad roll. Right. So, what's that do?
What do?
Okay, so you see this drow sort of take off after Brynny. They leap from like one higher rooftop to a lower one, and kind of land badly. They take 1 point of damage, like as they kind of have to do a little roll at the bottom. Fall prone, pull themselves up, stagger after Brynny a little bit. So they don't get quite as far as they would have before. But she gets her pistol and aims it in Brynny's direction and shouts out, Kreb, fucking run! And boom! Oh, shoots Brynny. Rolling a 21.
That's it.
Yeah. So rolls a 21. Brynny, you take 20 points of damage.
Is she within 60 feet of me?
Yes, but I've told you the damage now. Oh, you want to cutting words the damage down? Okay.
Yeah, I want to cut him with damage. You said 21. I was like, there. So I'll just say.
I would think damage was a Valor Bard only thing.
No,
No.
Valor Bards can add damage onto.
Okay.
Yeah, I can take it off. I'll say to her as she's going along. Your clothes are so 1263 or something like that. I'm not very inspired. Not very inspired today.
Looks confused in your roll your d6.
Fashion burn, 1 hit point. Yay.
He shouts, "I know I look fabulous. Fuck you!" As he sprints along the rooftops again. So you get 1 hit point back, Brynny. How are you doing on Bardic Inspiration?
I've got none left.
Oh, all right. Bryn, you are still Brian. Sorry, you are still like wrestling with this guy who's trying to get his pistol in your face.
Yeah.
He snarls angrily, tries to bring the gun up to shoot you at close range. Oh, brings it round, and you're like wrestling with it, and he brings it round, points it directly at your face, pulls the trigger. You take 13 piercing damage.
Saying my AC is 80.
Yeah, you got a crit. 13 piercing damage and 28 poison damage.
Poison?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, can't have that shit.
Yeah, as he shoots you point
He's a
blank
poisoned bullet?
Yeah, it's called Poisonous Pistol.
Okay. Alright, so
Fucking
13 goes down to
drow.
6. And then, how much is the poison again?
28.
Okay.
Bam! Point blank range, shoots you in the face. You're like, there's a burst of like blood that comes off your cheekbone. You
Fuck.
stagger backwards a little bit, and you can see a big grin crosses his face. He thinks for a moment you're going to collapse dead, but you stay on your feet, blood pouring out of your mouth, half your cheeks being ripped off.
Yeah.
Was that a good roll? Or...
Took me down to 7 from max health.
Boom! I mean, you got shot in the face. It's not a good thing. It's like, that's more like it. Right. Kreb is going to... They probably have their pistol out. They've got their... Uses an... No, they keep that. Alright, so he's just... Kreb's seen how fast you are. So, he's just going to try and shoot you, Brynny. Brynny also gets shot in the face. For 22 piercing and 16 poison. So a total 22 plus 16 is 38 damage.
I'm dead.
Oh fuck. Alright, so yeah, you like grab onto his arm as you're chasing after him, and he just turns around, points the gun at you at point blank range and shoots you. Blasting you off of the side of this building and down into the alley below. Harold, you see the kind of like Drow like stops almost surprised for a second, and then turns and runs 30 more feet away.
You motherfuckers.
Could you roll a d20 for me? See if he has any complications on his runaway. Alright, 5, so he does. Almost 4.
Missed 4!
I know. Dex save. They're good at those. Very good at those. Oh yeah, he just keeps going. Runs 30 feet. And begins to get quite far away. Brian. Oh no, it would be... Yes, it's Brian. Brian, it's your go.
Right, okay. Does this guy look hurt at all?
I believe he's only taken 1 mace and 2 little lightning zaps, I believe.
I hit him with my sword before.
He doesn't look particularly hurt, no. He's
Fucking
still
hell.
quite strong.
Okay, that was painful. I can't take it out like that. I'm going to, while grappling, move him closer to the window.
Mm-hmm.
Believe I can move half my speed, so I can pretty much get him out to like the windowsill from there.
All right, so you
shoving him in front of me.
Force him back. You like push him back against this. Push him back against this like arrow slit.
And I'm just gonna try to kick him out with a shove action.
Just Sparta kick him out the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
Right, not bad. So he can resist with acrobatics. All right. You like struggling. If he was like, I want my damn. You kick him in the stomach.
Here's your boot.
Nice. He falls. Bang! Lands on the vestibule. Rolls. And Erlin, landing right next to you over here. A drow figure falls from the sky.
Oh, fuck.
So he fell about 30 feet. Didn't have any chance to make a roll, so he'll take 3d6 damage. Ooh!
Whoa!
Oh, it's
Okay.
a bad fall. He's holding his back.
He like landed on like a really bit of spiky fence or something. Oh,
He does. He did not like he enjoyed that. And yeah, you just see this. And when you look out the window, Brian, you can see Erlen just standing out or like looking around. Interesting. And then he hits the top of the vestibule, and then rolls off it and lands on the ground.
Okay. That was all my movement and action, and I forgot to zap him before he left, so that's me.
Okay. Brynny, you are next, kitty. Fluke, it is your go.
Right. I can't heal Brian because we're still inside the magic zapping tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do feel some sort of lack of your normal god's presence.
I guess I will scramble out of a window.
The stairs behind you.
Okay, I could just go down the stairs again. Yeah, I'll go back down the stairs.
Alright, if you use all of your action and movement to run up the stairs, we can see you'd probably make it to like just before the door out of the vestibule.
Yeah.
Here. Alright. Harold.
Okay.
So you can see this guy has made it quite far away now. The dark
So
is like jumping.
He's
running towards
140 feet away from me now.
Something like that, yeah, roughly.
Yeah,
you can also see like kind of between you and them, a little off to the side, is this other one who is reloading his pistol and is kind of going off in the same direction.
Alright, I'm going to try and catch up 30 feet with my movement, I suppose.
Sure.
So to roll a d20?
Yep.
That's better.
19, I think, means no complication. No complication, yes.
Okay, so I'm 110 feet away from him. I'm going to try and crown of madness him again. So I'm gonna wiggle his fingers, wiggle my fingers at him, and be like, "You fucking come back and answer what you just did, you bastard!" So he makes a wisdom save again.
Okay, the Drow Gunslinger, wisdom save. Oh, is it a charm effect?
Yes.
Yes.
They pass. You see the crown appear, but it shatters when it touches the pointy ears. Yeah, I'm afraid that doesn't work out.
That's my turn, I suppose. If I can, I'll try and hide behind a chimney pot to get some cover from
Sure, you can get
the
a
other
plus one
person.
to AC.
Alright,
They're
cool.
looking angrily in your direction now, seeing you also pursuing. Erlan, there's a prone, pained-looking drow next to you. You see he kind of rolls over onto his side, and his eyes flutter for a second, and they focus on the pair of feet nearby to him. Widen slightly.
Does he still have his gun in hand?
Yes. It's like clutching it to his chest like a beloved baby.
Okay, in which case, I'm going to levitate and buy. I'll try to cast levitate on him.
Okay. So what's this?
DC 14.
What kind
Con.
of con? 10. He starts floating up in the sky. So he's just fallen 30 feet and then he floats up 10 or 20 feet all of a sudden. And blinks.
And I'm getting the fuck out of her.
Alright.
Ah!
Do you run back inside the tower? Is that where you went?
No,
You just run
around the
the
other
corner a little
side.
bit. Okay, that's fine. So you sprint away and you hear him like swearing in your direction, like, fuck yeah, fucking arsehole. Only less Scottish and more drowy. Alright. This drow continues on after its friend. Could someone roll a d20 for me? Before it starts running, though, it's going to take a quick shot at Harold. Ooh. At least it didn't have advantage, because that would be yet another crit. But it did get a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
It hits you for 6 piercing and 17 poison, so 23 damage.
I'll fall over.
Alright. Points the gun at you. You gasp and collapse to the ground.
Fucking
Brian,
guns.
you do see him like point, bang, and see Harold, who's like mid-run, take it to the chest and fall.
I yell out to Fluke. Fluke, Harold's gone down! That way! Over near northwest, whatever direction it is from me.
Alright, so we got another free. So free is lower roof, strength athletics check to jump down to it without throwing out their back. Which they pass, so... And just starts running after its compatriot towards the water. Yeah, they're both just trying to sprint off. Solon is floating in the air, like waving around.
5 foot up.
Is there anything he can do to stop floating, or is he just stuck floating?
No. He's up there for 10 minutes.
Okay. Tempted to he cast levitate on himself so he can float higher and get into the window. I don't know. Okay, he floats there. No one can see him, so no one knows what he does. Kreb keeps running, and I think people lose sight of him. They can see kind of the direction he is running in. He is running towards the waters nearby.
Runs down the tower, now towards the front as fast as he can.
Okay, so sorry, Brian, you run down the tower towards the front as fast as you can? Sure.
Let's go try and grab that other sword on the way.
If you want. You could also jump like to the next building and try and get to Harold that way. That would probably be quicker.
I have 7 health.
That is fair. Alright, so
a jump goes bad, gets me down on the floor too.
You grab the second sword.
Yeah.
So you'd have to put away your sword and then grab... So
yeah, she's on the way.
Do you take an action to grab the other sword, or...?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be coming back here.
So you would only get to the, sort of down to the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right, Brian.
Don't get a bonus dash.
Brian doesn't think he'll be able to catch up to anyone anyway. It's mostly just to try to find his friends.
Okay, so you're down here with a sword in your scabbard and another sword in your hand, like hee. I'm dual wielding. I'm gonna look at me, I'm a rogue. Fluke.
Right. So she peeks out of the tower. Can she see the floating drow?
Can you see him?
Sorry, just wait. 20.
You can probably hear him.
Yeah, you can hear some mild swearing coming from off in this direction.
Oh yeah.
All right. When you
Yeah,
peek
can.
out far enough that he can see you,
Mm,
aha! There's one.
that's what I was worried about.
Points his pistol at you. And the pistol goes off, but then he's like, God damn it, misfire, and begins reloading.
Okay. Which direction? I will try and run in the direction that Brian told me someone was dying in.
It's
Harold.
It's past the
It's past him.
yes, and up on.
That's really awkward.
I'm gonna try as I go past him. I'll try a hold person.
Okay. Nope, you don't do anything. All right, so wisdom save.
Yeah.
All right, they're quite cagey. Oh, he passes.
Okay.
Handily.
Is there anywhere nearby I can duck?
Yeah, you're an
the
urchin.
way.
You're used to ducking to cover. You can duck into 3/4 cover. I think you can get into a nice spot.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, so you duck into an alley behind some boxes. He snarls angrily in your direction. Harold, could you make a death saving throw for us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
No.
that's a 6. Rowan, it's your go.
Well, I've seen Fluke come out. I've seen her go into cover.
Ran across here and ducked into some crates behind an alleyway, using her urchin senses to know where good cover is. Fluke, there's a staircase nearby that leads up to the rooftop of a nearby building.
Okay.
Basically, just roof access to that building.
Right, I'll move over to where Fluke is and take a pot shot at flying drows on the way.
Okay. There's only really enough cover there for just like her like looking at it. Like she found a nice little like urchin. I basically thought with her urchin background she'd be able to find a nice little spot to squeeze into.
Okay, in which case I'll just step out and try to make him burn a bit.
Alright. The sun eggs you on, like you can do it.
Okay, new spell. Let's see how this works.
But no, shouldn't they all be doing things in disadvantage because it's the middle of the day and they're drow?
Oh,
You just gave me disadvantage on my attack roll, damn it.
Oh my god.
Well, not just for you, but for like all these pistol
Yeah,
shots.
you're quite right there.
I guess so. I completely flubbed on that because it doesn't say anything in the adventure about they have disadvantage once they leave the building.
They should have some light sensitivity.
Let me just check something because it might be because it's autumn. So it's kind of dark. Summary, weather effects. I guess they should have. Yes. It doesn't say like in the adventure like remember their sunlight sensitivity might kick in here, which is a bit silly. I probably should have mentioned that. Let me scroll up and check something.
Say on drow stats in general.
Still hit you. Yeah, I mean they're special drow, but they do have sunlight sensitivity. Brynny, the main thing this would have changed is you would be unconscious, not dead. Because it would have been a 25 instead of a 26. So it would have hit you, and it would have only done 18 damage. So,
Right, well that wouldn't have one hit me.
no, that would not have one hit you, which is a big difference, obviously. So I think it's fair to say Brynny is not dead. Brynny is on the ground in an alleyway right now, out cold.
What? And
I
how
would have
much
had
would that have been on me?
I don't want to retcon. It would have still hit you.
Oh, is this just the to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only on hits.
Let's see.
Oh, right, okay.
You got hit by you got hit by a 24, didn't you? Which was
Yeah.
Yeah. For that one, it was a 24 or a crit was the roll. So.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you would have still got hit. So yeah, the main thing that would have changed is you would have.
Brynny isn't insta dead, but should probably
Brynny
be
is not
rolling.
insta dead, but she would be on the ground. She's in an alleyway, out cold. And since I missed that, we won't like go back and do any like death saving throws for you.
Well,
Now.
it would only have been one death save, so...
Yeah, but we'll just start again now. We'll start on the next turn round on the death save.
It at least means the body's in better shape as well.
Right.
I think we see like everyone thinks Brynny's dead. I think that's the thing. Like the gun turned round, it exploded. Harold, you saw it hit her at point blank range, but there's like it was more of a burst of fur than blood, and you were propelled into midair and fell and slammed into some boxes, and were knocked out. Cool. So yes, Erlin. I don't think anything.
Okay.
It wouldn't change anything else. So yes, that's
Yeah.
good save there.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
I'll use Tides of Chaos casting Scorching Ray.
Okay, and that would be on all. It'd be on the first attack roll probably.
It'd be on the first attack, yeah.
All right.
So that's a straight roll.
Yeah, so that hits for a 6. He angrily yelps. That hits for a 5. That hits for 7 more. Hey, Scorching Ray is actually good for once.
Damn.
So 18.
Yeah.
18 more damage to this guy.
And I roll a d20.
Yes, because you cast a first level spell. Or a
Okay.
sorcerer spell of any level.
And I'll duck back around here.
Okay.
How shitty did he look at the end of that?
Not happy. You hit him with a bunch of blasts. He's still holding his back where he fell. Okay. This other drow continues to leg it and heads off towards the waterfront. And I'll just take them off the map as well. As they run off.
Yeah, I don't think we're stopping the others at this point.
No.
But you might be able to pick up their trail.
Yeah.
Solon, who is still suspended in the air, can see Fluke, but he is also in the hated sunlight. He is going to cast... He casts the spell. And is suddenly engulfed in... there's a 15-foot sphere of pitch black around him. Oily blackness just fills the air over there, and he disappears into this... I mean, he doesn't so much disappear as he is engulfed in, like, absolute black. He casts darkness on himself.
Okay. Yeah.
Brian, it's your go.
Okay. Alright. Starts moving towards the entrance. 10, 20, 30.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
Yeah, I mean, no, because there. Well, you see a kind
can't
of
quite
ball
see
of
it.
darkness, like on the edge, like over. It kind of ends over here. There's just this big dark blob.
Alright. Well, I don't think I can blow it away with wind, because I don't think that's how magical darkness works.
If you don't know, you've not
I can't create my own fart cloud. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess I'll dash and just start
All right. So when
moving
you
my way.
step outside, so you
Yeah.
step outside. So that's you at 35 foot movement. So you've still got some
Yeah.
left, don't you? Because you. Did you have the extra movement yet, or?
Oh, I would have had to do it to take that extra step.
No, I mean, what's your movement speed as a barbarian of your level?
Oh, I'm 30.
You're still
Yes,
30?
14.
Right, so as
one
you
more level.
dash out, the sword in your hand suddenly like shakes,
Oh, fuck.
and as it does, the sword in the scabbard at your side flies out, floats in front of you, and like goes into like a fencer's stance ready to stab at you, and the sword in your other hand begins to like fight with you. You've got it grappled, but it wants to stab you.
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
Should have
you
expected this.
pleb.
I'm so happy. I didn't think anyone would bother picking up these swords, but
I'm pretty certain they're going to do this. But,
sure you were.
I know. No, we're in like a wizard's tower with swords.
That's fair. I'll roll them into the initiative now.
Oh, God.
Cool.
Flying swords appear. One of them flying out of your scabbard and begin to menace you.
my god.
Conveniently, they're going to go right before you in the turn order next time round. You still got your dash, though, if you want to keep running.
Yeah.
You're holding one of them right now, so you're kind of grappling it, but it's tiny, so you can run with it without it slowing you down. If you want to take this... There's a couple of people watching at this stage, obviously. There's an owl bear trying to pick someone's pocket, shaking his head. Like, fucking, this city's crazy.
Could I try to grapple the... No, I don't have an action. Damn it. I was going to try and grapple
Also, I
those
think
swords. I'd walk
your
backwards.
rage is gone at the moment, is worth saying.
Yeah. It would have gone when I stopped to grab it. I was going to try and grapple the other sword and then just kind of walk back inside with the two of them.
You've got your shield still on one arm.
Yeah, I do actually. Okay, I'm going to rage.
That's fair.
Yeah. My bonus action, which I'm going to zap the one sword I'm not holding for some lightning.
All right, you zap that one. It's going to make a sword dexterity check. It's quite a dexy sword. It passes and but still takes 3 lightning damage. Bzzzt.
Yeah. And then I'm going to use the rest of my speed to step back inside while grappling this other sword.
All right. You pull the
Yeah,
other
so it'll
sword
get a swipe
inside.
at me.
As soon as you get inside, it just falls to the ground. Clatter, clatter, clatter.
Cool.
But the one you move away from takes an attack opportunity on you.
Yeah.
Swing! Hitting you for 5 slashing damage.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, just
Alright, so half that. I'm on.
your like dark
Like two.
Triton blood pours out.
Alright, I throw the other sword away.
It just clatters to the ground.
And I stay just outside the other sword's reach inside the anti-magic field.
The other sword like taunts you, like, "Oi, get out here and fight like a man."
That's me. That's me.
All right, Brinny, it's your go. Could you make a death saving throw for me?
Silly question now, but would I have incurred any death saves from falling into the alley or anything?
No, that was for flavor. I'm not going to give you a failed death save for flavor. All right, that's a pass.
Okay, good.
So Fluke, you're hiding behind these crates. You can see there's access to the roof nearby. There's all these alleyways. Where would Fluke go? What would Fluke do?
She is gonna, because she knows people were running over the rooftop, so she's gonna scramble up the stairs and dash as far as she can, looking out for any of her friends.
If you use movement and dash, you can get up to the top of the roofs.
Yeah.
All right, so you dash up to the top of the rooftops. Could you make a quick perception check for me? I just want to see if you can see Harold's nearly dead body.
Absolutely.
Like a rooftop away from you.
Sorry, just waiting for 20.
And now everyone
Sure.
wonders, does she have it? Does she have the all-important healing word?
Oh, nice.
Oh!
Wow, not only do you see Harold's body lying nearby, but I think...
I'm slowly sliding off the edge of a roof.
You fail all your death saving throws, that's what happens, you fall off the roof. You also see... you can see Brinny's not quite corpse in an alleyway, kind of just off to the side.
Okay.
You can also see some like Brinny's fur falling, like in the air, in the sunlight. Brinny's a bit further away. I mean, Brinny's like 100 feet away, but you can see her. You know where she is.
Would Harold be within about 60 feet of me?
Yes, definitely.
I will healing word Harold.
All right, the god spell.
I will level 2.
Ooh! Pokemon.
5 whole points of healing.
I know,
That
it's
was level
7.
2, there should be... Oh, yes. 7.
Yeah, 7.
Yep.
7, yeah.
Oh, Fluke!
From invisibility, the drow reappears and shoots you, Harold. No. Fuck you.
Guns hurt.
I don't know what these guns are, but I hope they don't catch on.
No.
They don't seem fair. Alright, Harold, just for shits and giggles, roll a death save for me.
I don't want to fall off the roof.
No, I want to see if you would have, like... Okay,
No,
you would
right.
have gotten the one that would have killed you.
Yeah. I'll pick myself up. Where did Briddy go? That way. And I'll start heading off in that direction.
Alright. Could someone roll a d20 for me?
I've rolled my own d20. 12?
12. You are fine. There are no complications on your way there.
Okay.
And you can stop, like, you jump from one rooftop to another and you look down. You can see down the alley.
I will dash, so I'll move 45 feet. Can I see Brinny?
You could see her after 30 feet.
Okay. Is she within 60 feet of me?
I don't think quite within 60 feet, but one more move will get you within 60 feet.
Okay. I got Brinny Fluke.
Okay.
So you stagger
I think-
30 feet towards them.
Yeah.
With your dash, that's fine. Oh, you've gotten up for 15, so yeah, you're within 60 feet on your next round.
Alright.
Erlan,
Kitty cat.
there's a random sword just floating around.
I don't know any of that shit. So,
Have 7
Did you-
hit points.
did you? And I'm hiding.
Tiptoe away.
The fuck away. Alright, are you making a hide check or... Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't know if the sword ever saw you. The sword doesn't know you were ever there.
I'm hoping it'll go after the swearing drown.
Right. The drow continue to run off. The drow in the darkness. There's really not much he can do now, is there? I mean, I have like what? Just, 1 second. If he cast levitate on himself, could he move himself?
If he did, he could then move him. Oh, that's complicated because it's equal effect.
Yeah, you're pushing him up. He's pushing you down. That was weird.
Technically, I think that his levitate would override mine
Maybe.
because it's then the more powerful effect because of the duration.
I don't know.
See, this is the kind of exact scenario that they should prepare for in the books.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I don't know how often they think people are going to do double levitate.
Like this is a very common scenario.
Yes. Brian, the magical darkness you saw outside seems to suck back in. Errol, could you make an Arcana check for me? As you feel something pressing against your spell and its effects. 8. Alright. Your spell is not removed, like it's still going, but you get like this weird sense of like pressure against it.
Okay.
Yeah. Which you're not sure what that's about. And yeah. Okay. It is now flying sword time. Alright, the flying sword, it floats menacingly in the air, Brian, and like pulls up like, very, very straight, like a fencer's salute almost, and lowers itself, preparing to face you in combat. It looks ready.
So getting slashed the second I step out this door.
Hit it with its friend.
You grab the sword, run out. That sword comes back to life. Like, oh yeah. All right, Brian, it's your go. I love this stuff.
Okay.
To Brian.
It's got a thing for not quite living things.
I want to grab it, but I know if I go, it's gonna kill me. Alright, I'll get to
It's like
here first of
floating
all,
there,
just
like-
inside it. And I'm gonna zap it.
Okay. Much honor. Okay, it makes a dex save, which it handily passes and takes 2. It's very dexy. No, I must go face the electrified
I should survive this.
Alright.
It's using its reaction to hold an attack, right? So,
You're not
okay,
sure.
okay.
It's very hard to judge what a floating sword is doing.
Well, I'm saying if it burns a reaction to attack, it can't also attack me again as I leave.
Yeah, you're not sure what it's doing. Just floating there like,
This
come on.
fucking sword.
I love the barbarian just like, oh fuck.
Oh, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna throw things at it. What am I doing?
Oh.
Oh god, it's the Rancor all over again.
Oh, fuck off, sword.
Alright.
Just don't throw the other sword.
16 for a 10.
Would hit, but it was actually taking the... Well, actually, it may hit, but it was taking the dodge action. So it parries it in midair. And like... roll an insight check for me.
Oh dear.
The sword is greatly disgusted by your lack of honor.
I just flip and burn, take a step back.
The floor is very upset. Brynny, could you make a death saving throw for me? Okay, that was
Ooh.
one fail.
Oh good.
Fluke.
1-1.
Wasn't Brynny healed?
No.
I
Harold
miss-
was within
Couldn't
range
quite
to
make
heal, but not.
Oh, okay.
Brynny,
I was in
Brynny-
range, but I had a bonus action.
You'll get him on next turn. It's basically.
Alright, okay. No worries.
I was being
Okay.
nice and shoving you a little bit head closer anyway, because I'm trying to keep things vague out there. All right, Fluke, it's your go.
Okay. Well, I mean, if she was able to get close enough to Brynny to, then she would try and do that.
Well, I think she had ran like 120 feet ahead,
Yeah.
where she was really far.
And then
So
she fell off a roof.
yeah. I mean, I guess if you use your movement, if you move and dash a bonus action, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm gonna roll a d20 for me. Rothman. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the camera chain.
Wait.
Okay, you're fine. No
Bye.
complications. You run across the rooftops, look down at Brinny, and you're like, "Oi, get up!" And Brinny, you've in your mouth feel the taste of like soup kitchen soup, warms your stomach and your soul, and you after back to life with 6 hit points.
It's like a warm bread roll.
Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he got away.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a lot of a lot of blood and fur.
Yeah.
So Brinny, touching your like cheek, your fur has been like blasted off along your cheek, and then your ear has been like the tip of your pointy ear has been blown off.
Oh, she's an alley cat now.
Ragged alley cat like ripped ear going.
It's gonna make it hard to balance. I'm asymmetrical now.
You can roll all your failed stealth rolls on that in the future.
There's no explanation for that. There's no excuse.
Alex, do you want to do anything?
Alright, Brinny, you're up. What else is happening, Fluke? They fucked off. Bastards.
Yeah.
I think I heard Brian like in some sort of
I'm
trouble.
sure Brian's fine. I'm just standing so being stalked by a sword.
Also, we might need to piss off quite quickly because the guards are going to like come and arrest us and other things.
What are you talking about? Guns are very quiet and subtle.
And I'll just take off. I'll use 60 feet of movement to head back the way I came then.
Alright. You run across the... Okay, I'm not going to make you do any more chase thing, because you're not really chasing anyone anymore. Erlan, what do you do?
I shall move the target by levitate up as much as I can.
Okay, roll another Arcana check.
Okay, that's something I'm really good at. Aha!
Alright, you still feel that like resistance to your attempts to use Arcana to
Okay.
Move this person.
And I'll continue sneaking around.
Okay, din, 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 din. Right off. Alright. Well, they're just going to run away. Alright, the flying sword flails angrily at you, Brian. I don't think it would go and just start attacking random civilians, because it's like a defensive thing. It's probably to catch burglars or punish them. Alright, it like flies backwards 20 feet.
Yeah.
Goes from like up like defensive, then points down. And flies forwards as fast as it can. It hits the barricade and flies through. Does an 18 hit you?
That's my AC with the shield on.
Alright. It hits you for 3 slashing damage.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I take that goes out to 1. I keep standing with like this
Alright.
sword jammed in me.
So it goes through, it kind of like loses momentum, bounces off your mighty fish pecs, and falls to the ground. Ding, 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 ding. Its final act of aggression undone as it goes through the magical protections.
Cool.
That's
cool.
The only way I could have knocked you out there, unfortunately, would be with a crit, but that would have been amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, it just
that would be the most deserved death.
Strikes you in the face.
Yeah.
Exactly where the bullet hit you earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
We can probably leave initiative now.
Ryan's on his turn is going to go out and look for the drow where he was before.
Alright. He is not where he was before. There's nothing sort of floating up there. And looking around, you can't see anybody on the street you're on.
Right.
Yeah. Errol slowly comes around the back of the tower.
couple of different streets he might have ran down, like a couple of alleyways. The dock district has a lot of like narrow alleyways intersecting because it's all very built up and condensed. You could try and just like pick one and sprint down it and see if you can find and catch up with him.
Yeah, just do it. Wait, no. I'm going to do it, but in the direction of the rest of my allies, in the hopes I'll come across them as well, because
Okay.
really, really fucked up.
We will say there's like 4 different alleys he might have ran down. I have the number in my head of which one he went down. Just roll
Alright.
4 for me. Or would you rather just pick a number? Oh,
1.
1. Alright, you run down an alleyway. But you do
Direction.
not, in the direction of your allies.
Yeah.
You do not, however, see any drow.
Gotcha.
Do we see any go past us on the way?
No, you do not. Rinny, you are lying in a bunch of broken boxes. In fact, you seem to have smashed through the top of a cart and into a bunch of cabbages.
Oh no! That bounty in Skyrim, fuck, we're done.
But you are alive with a sore back.
I scramble roughly to my feet and I look around. Do I see any sign of the drow?
No, they had several turns to run away while you were lying on the ground.
Alright, I'm gonna move back towards my team.
Alright, you start like limping like dejectedly through the alleyways towards your teammates. Cool. Fluke, you're up on this thing. You look down. You can see like Brynny holding her like sore ear, moving back towards the tower.
Yeah, I'm also going to regroup.
Okay, that's fine. Harold.
I'll keep an eye out for any drow, but at this point I'm probably just going to try and find my way back down to street level.
All right. Erlen.
I'll just slowly go around the tower and keep trying to push the guy up if I can.
All right. Let me make another.
Oh, consistent.
Consistent. All right. Yep. You still feel that pressure. You're not sure if he's up or not. I can take us off initiative now.
Yeah, I think we're all just heading back towards.
There was a chance to find that drow, but I think he's managed to find somewhere good to sequester himself.
Gotta regroup.
Yeah. All right. So you guys all regroup at the tower. I think this is probably like with you all like limping back together here. This is probably as good a place as any to end today's session.
Yeah.
As you regroup, Brian, you look off in the direction that you know that the drow ran in.
Yeah.
You kind of think for a minute, because this is your part of town. You know it pretty well. You know off in that direction is a fairly infamous little part of the docks called the Mist Shore. The Mist Shore is a particularly popular little section of the docks amongst treasure hunters, pirates, smugglers, and the like. There's an old like ruined boat there that it kind of has a lot of like tough sorts who hang out in it, waiting to get like paid to come and be somebody's hired muscle. There's actually a fellow treasure hunter who works from there, kind of like your competition.
Oh.
He is a mage by the name of Grinda Garloff, who has a weird like big machine, like a big mechanical like crab that she uses to go under the water and search for treasure. She's kind of your competition, and you're like, if I needed to sneak off somewhere and like get a boat, that's where I'd go.
Yeah.
So you know where they've gone, but you also look at your compatriots and like, wow, we got shot in the face.
Yeah.
So have a think about it for next time if you want to pursue them and try and catch them before the stone is lost to thee. And we can have a think about that for next time.
Right.
You know what? Last time I played those drow, they had absolutely Saloon had very little luck in his shots. This time, crit.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Savage.
Oh god, I'm so glad we've got Brinny back.
Yeah.
I was very, very sad for a while then.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, it's worth saying, this being, you would have had a meeting later on in the day with
Yeah, I was thinking that.
And,
what do we have to do to get our cat back?
And luckily, since it's being Forgotten Realms, death isn't quite as final. I mean, you've already died once before. But it still would have not been good. It would have definitely derailed you for a little bit and might have not been possible. It would definitely required some money at least.
Yeah, all the cash we've been saving up till now might have been
just gone.
Found a nice home.
Yeah.
It, worked. But luckily, turns out they were blinded a little bit by the sun, so they just shot off Brinny's ear instead of her eyeball. I'm so happy somebody picked up one of those swords.
That was hilarious.
Two of them. I even stopped on my way down. I stopped myself going outside to get the second one.
Especially as you were actually down to so little damage that they actually did pose a threat to you.
Yeah, I had 7 health.
I wish that Crown of Bandus went off. That would have been so good.
Yeah.
Because I would have just told him to go run up to his mate and stab him.
Can you
Other guy probably would have grabbed
Crown
him.
of Madness? I thought it.
It's
The
I
attack
think
the
it's-
nearest thing.
attacks the nearest
Yeah.
thing, so probably would have to go over and stab Brinny, but that would have been okay-ish.
Yeah, well, that or they would just look down at the street below and shoot some peasant in the
Oh
head.
god.
Oh, it's a melee attack, so I thought that'd be a good way to bring him up close. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it was anything that I had that I thought would stop them at 120 feet.
It is a part of the story. They are somewhat supposed to escape. That's why it was a little side in favor. But it's possible to get them there. But
Oh, yeah.
I honestly thought you would get them there because you had a tabaxi. I was like, this chase is not made with the understanding tabaxis exist. But
I thought we were
Actually
going to
got
get
shot.
what was that?
I thought we were going to get for one that I managed to levitate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Luckily,
He is also a drow high magic.
But yeah.
yeah. I mean, every time you were rolling an Arcana check, if you had beaten him and he only had a +0, you'd have floated him back 20 feet in the air. But he rolled an 18, a 15, and then another high number.
Ooh.
So it gave him enough time. Here's a little bit of spoilery. He managed to find a door that wasn't locked, pushed his way inside, and then you levitated him into the ceiling. And he would just be hiding in that room, I'll just wait 10 minutes. Pointing a gun at the door.
Yeah.
Find somewhere safe to levitate.
That guy must hate us so much.
Oh, yeah. So much. And the thing is, like I said, all these drow have a little bit of backstory. Kind of interesting, since I don't really know any part of the story where you're likely to talk to them long enough to learn it. But of the free drow gunslingers, he's an asshole. 100% total asshole.
I quite liked it how it was the supposedly very cheery kid almost killed the nice pussycat.
I think not to give it's not really spoilers, but I think he's actually down as chaotic good. Look.
Isn't he the one who was strangling people?
No,
No,
that's
no,
the guy.
That's
we
the guy who
levitated.
you were levitating. He is. No, he's chaotic neutral. That's what he is. None of them are good. Oh no, the one who kind of had the thing at the beginning is neutral good. And is also, because this is wizards these days, is a transgender drow. Is a male drow who was born female. Which must be very weird if you come from drow society.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
Drow transgenderism is, yeah.
Probably why you have to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured who could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there
that's
was
why
that.
I wasn't even really saying. I just said they're kind of live, because I think if any race is going to be good at going, I suppose also in this world you can just magically have someone help you alter that, with all the spells and stuff they have access to.
Yeah, it's
Probably a
more
lot
permanent
less
version of
roll
Alter Self.
Yeah, probably a lot less hormone therapy required and just a couple of rituals.
Oh, hang on, I've just remembered about gender politics. Oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a step behind the curve there.
Anyway, I am going to stop the recording.